Okay, good morning, and we're just about ready to leave for Crested Butte, and I'm going to be pulling the camper. It's about 4,260 pounds, and I pulled it around town yesterday with the the Lightning Pro, and built up some base mileage, and I'll show you here in just a second when I climb in. It started out with the typical knocking down the mileage by one half. I think at the time I had about an 80% charge, and it knocked it down to right around 90 or 95 miles. And then as I drove around town, I had a couple of errands to do. So I was pulling the camper around, and the computer realized and recalculated, and it went from about 90 to 95 up to 115, and then gradually went up to about 116, 117 miles by the time I got back home. We'll climb in and I'll show you the inside. So this is my first big road trip pulling anything, and so I'm just a little paranoid. I have the charge point in Bailey pulled up, and I figure just to equip myself with the charge systems along Highway 285 to Buena Vista, and I think I'm going to pull over Cottonwood Pass if I have enough juice and want to take the risk. But anyway, I'm going to stop at several chargers along the way, 3 or 4 chargers along the way, and I think, just top off, find them, scout them out,
hit a top
make
rate
sure I
of
can
65
pull in,
kilowatts
that sort of thing.
at Bailey.
So we're doing a lot of stuff. Now, one of the things over here you'll notice is that the gauge here is reading at 100%, 142 miles. I have a feeling that's going to go down, and because I was pulling around town yesterday at about 40, 45 miles an hour, and I'm going to be going 55 or 60 today, so chances are that's going to recalculate as well. The computer will recalculate. But one of the things that I've noticed on my truck versus the guys that live in Colorado, especially the person down in Colorado Springs, his truck, I think he's got the one of the step ups from the XLT. But anyway, as his gauge goes down, he can read the percentage, and mine doesn't do that. At least it hasn't done it so far. And I just got an update yesterday, so maybe Ford didn't say that was included in the update, but maybe it is. So we'll see going along the road. But that's handy, especially when I get below 50% on the dial. And so sometimes I change my my dash profile back to calm, because calm gives me the active percentage in the battery. It doesn't provide a graph, but in the middle it will tell me the range and the percentage of battery, and that kind of information helps me in the long run. So anyway, we'll get started here. Well, here we are at the charge point in Fairplay, and I can tell that I'm new to this whole video business because I forgot to video the stop at Bailey. I was there for about 40 minutes or so, and charged up to 90%, and left there with 125 miles of range. Landed here in Fairplay 40 miles later, with a net loss of, I landed and it was 68 miles of range. So I lost about 15 miles of range in that 40 miles, according to, facts and figures. So the computer doesn't know everything. But we're also charging a lot faster here, so it shouldn't take very long. Hit a top rate of 65 kilowatts at Bailey. So I'm hitting 124 kilowatts, and so that's a good deal. So it's not bad. This is just north of. This is on the Highway 9, north of 285, about a half mile. So very convenient if you're on your way to Breckenridge over the pass on Highway 9, or if you're heading on down towards Buena Vista and Salida on 285. Okay, so I'm in the midst of my return trip from Crested Butte back to Boulder, and left Crested Butte this morning around 7:30. This time, rather than taking 285 all the way back and dealing with that two-way traffic, I cut off and went up through Leadville, and then caught Highway 91 over to Copper Mountain and connected on with I-70. And so in theory, when I left CB this morning, I had a 215 mile range at about 98% after slow charging, and should be able to, in theory, get home on that. But of course, we know that theory isn't reality quite often, with how the range fluctuates in these trucks. So I wanted to try another charging area. This is kind of what I'm doing with this trip anyway. And so I'm here at Electrify America using some of my credits. It's at the Walmart here in Frisco. And I was charging, and I started out at 140. Then I dropped down to 125, and now I'm at 67%. I'm going to charge up to about 75 or 80%, and since it's free charge, and that way I know I won't have a problem getting home. But when I landed here, I had 88 or 89 mile range left, and then I had 85 miles to go, so according to the map, and I know that because I've driven it. So anyway, it's just good to go ahead and top off, get on stretch legs, let the dog go potty, and then we'll take off here soon. So the whole range thing, it's really interesting, and and of course I'm learning how to feather the pedal in certain areas, like coming down the passes, or even just out on the straight 4-lane highway, and building up or maintaining as much range as I can.
rather than pedal to the middle the whole way. So, and I am going the speed limit. Speed limit all the way here has been 55 and 65, and out on the highway it'll be 65 all the way back. So I will take off of 70 and go down through Clear Creek Canyon on Highway 6 and practice my feathering there. So that's it from Walmart in Frisco.